Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect and all the brothers who's pushing this work in sincerity and in truth. This is Brother Thamayim from GMS Toronto coming at you with another video. So, in the wake of what's going on in the world, you have the Gaza versus the rats, right? Everything that's going on over there. You have the Ukrainian war going on, right? You have war in the inner cities of America. And come over here in Toronto, you have gang wars. You have the war on drugs, right? You have so many things going on, right? And now a place where you never thought that you'll see war, as in being from these regions down here in the Caribbean, right? Um, you would never get to see the day that you would see like another country invading another island, right? Um, so here we have Venezuela and Guyana going at it, right? Because Venezuela, their economy is really in the shitter, and this gonna lead to another um, big big dispute down here. Okay, their economy is going down the drain, and they'll do anything to stay afloat, right? So in this recent time in 2015, I think they discovered oil on the in the land of Guyana, right? Because Guyana it's not just it doesn't just have oil; it has bauxite. I think Jamaica is the only place that in the Caribbean that has more bauxite than Guyana. But Guyana has bauxite. Guyana has I think it has aluminum, right? And now they always had oil, but this is more oil that they discovered, the fatness of the earth, right? So now here you have Venezuela because they're bordered, and the fact that Guyana just uh, Guyana just discovered oil in the country, and Venezuela really wants that because, like I said, the economy is under down, and when Guyana discovered this oil, it wasn't a big deal, but the fact that um, right after that, their economy went down after their president got assassinated and all that stuff. So fast forward to 2019, this is where this whole dispute started. Right, let's get into it. Tensions arising between Guyana and Venezuela over a territorial dispute. What to know? Right, it says here, a century territorial dispute deepened by the discovery of oil is boiling over between neighbors Guyana and Venezuela. Right, stepped in, steeped in patriotism, the Venezuelan government is seizing of the fight um, to boost support ahead of presidential election among a population fed up with a decade-long crisis that has many into poverty. So what they're gonna do, right? What the president's gonna do is he's pretty much gonna tell the Venezuelan people, listen, in order for this economy to get back to how it was, because a couple of years ago, 2018, 19, when this economy in Venezuela crashed, people were eating dogs, they were eating cats, they were starving while having oil. It's amazing, um, right? So this is going to be turning into one of those things like, if you really love your country, you got to go and invade this this other country over here, Guyana, all right? Um, so they're using patriotism to fuel the people of Venezuela, right? Because the Venezuelans had their portion of that oil, right? The whole country is pretty much laden with oil, with fatness, right? And they can't just let these Guyanese people get what's theirs, right? At the end of the day, this is all the Lord's. Okay, Venezuela on Sunday approved a referendum to claim sovereignty over Essequibo, a mineral-rich territory that accounts for two-thirds of Guyana's and lies near big offshore deposits, right? So this is over oil. And the Lord really knows how to stir these people up, man. Military confrontation appears unlikely for now, but several countries have echoed Guyana's concern over an annexation by its neighbor to the west, right? These are some of the key aspects of the growing dispute. It says here, why is the border dispute, or why is the border under dispute, right? And this goes all the way back to 1899, right? And then see who's in the who's in the background here? The British, because Ghana was a British colony, right? And obviously Venezuela was from a Spanish colony, right? So you see, Ghana has British colony and arbitrators from Britain, Russia, and United States, all Edomites, man. I don't know they just spread all the way out, man. Any dispute in the world, always look in the background. There's always a rich Edomite somewhere in the background. Okay. Decided that boundary, the U.S. represented Venezuela in the part because the Venezuelan government had broken off diplomatic relations with Britain. So that's how they got this land, right? So let's jump down here. What is the oil's role? In 2015, major deposits were first discovered off Essequibo's shore by an Exxon Mobil led consortium, right? Piquing the interest of Venezuela, whose commitment to pursuing the territorial claim has fluctuated over the years. You know, because they're always digging, man. The reason why they found this oil is because Venezuela had cut them off, so they had to look. They said like, if this place has oil, Guyana has to have oil. So that they were just digging, looking, okay, because they have all manner of technology, right? The consortium began pumping oil in 2019 December, converting largely agrarian Guyana into the world's fourth largest offshore oil producer. So if Guyana has that much oil, how come they're not using the oil from Guyana and like leaving these Middle Eastern people alone? You know what I'm saying? Like they just have to control everything. Operations generate some $1 billion a year for the impoverished country. How are you generating $1 billion a year and you're still broke? How are you still impoverished? Right? Esau still has his hands in their pockets, man. The fatness of the earth. He's always around this thing, man. Country of nearly 800,000 or 8 million people, 800,000, 800,000 people that saw economy expand by nearly 60% in the first half of this year, right? The current daily production of some 380,000 barrels is expected to hit 800,000 barrels in upcoming years. Guyana's crude exports were heading largely to the Netherlands and Panama last month, with much of the oil from Panama that re-exported to the U.S. West Coast, according to the S&P Global. Okay, so you can see where this is going. That's where all the beef is over oil dispute, the fatness of the earth, and Esau is right in the mix. Right? Let's get this first. Fatness of the earth. Fatness of the earth. Because wherever oil is, Esau is there, man. It's never in his land, but you know he'll come into your land and take your shit. Have you beefing with other countries too, right? Because they're gonna go to the Guyana side, obviously, because they're beefing with Venezuela. These Edomites, these Americans, right? These Edomitic Americans always go into other people's territory wherever they discover anything, right? And just take it or make deals with you for their dirty dollar, okay? And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, just talking to Esau, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. This is going into his blessing, and of the dew of the heaven from above, right? And by thine sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So the main point here is the fatness of the earth, and this is what's causing a lot of problems in the world, right? That oil, right? Um, when it comes to vehicles and all that stuff, they can easily make vehicles that can run off water, but they don't want that, right? They can make vehicles run off corn oil, but they want that crude oil. That's what they want, right? And whatever Esau wants, he can turn into because this is his world. He can turn it into something um, monetarily viable, right? Um, like diamonds. Diamonds isn't worth much, but he makes it expensive, right? The oil, you can use things that's to substitute the oil, but he wants the oil to be the main thing, right? To be the main currency along with his dirty dollar, right? Let's get into rumors of war because who knew? Who knew? Matthew 24, right? That Guyana would be beefing with Venezuela, you know? But these things are to expected because these are the last days, right? This is Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. This is the Lord speaking. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. For the end, but the end is not yet. We know we're very close to the end, right? These are all rumors of wars, right? And that might lead into another war because there's so many wars going on already in the world. But just like the scripture says in earthquake in diverse places, a little down below, right? It also it's gonna also that also means when it comes to war, rumors of war in diverse places, right? It says here, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation. See, there Venezuela is known as a nation, but we know what a nation really is. It's the people first before the country, right? So you have the Northern Kingdom going up against the Southern Kingdom in Guyana, right? And you have some um, what do you call those people again? Untouchables are down there, right, in the form of coolies, right? But there's also a lot of Elam down there, so it's a mixed up nation, right? There's a lot of mixed multitude down there, but it's mainly known as a an island or a country where Jake is, right? So these two Jakes are going to be fighting each other over oil, right? And a kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and that's coming, and pestilences and earthquakes. These wars are going to lead to famine. They're going to lead to famines, right? And earthquake in diverse places, just like how we have war in diverse places now, right? Diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, right? And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake, right? Let me see. Yep. So that was it really. So this war that's going on in the Caribbean right now slash South America, it's heating up, and Esau is gonna have his hand in this because there's so many philanthropists, Edomite philanthropists. That's what they call it when they want to come into your country and take your shit, right? So this is gonna have to be if Guyana really wants to win this war, they're gonna have to dance with the devil, right? They're gonna have to accept his money. Like the crazy thing is they already accepted it, but the Edomites might ask for a bigger percentage in order for them to bring their troops down there and help them with this Venezuela issue, right? Because they're allies right now. So let's see how this play out. This is another form of the Lord wanting controversy, man, right? And before there's peace, there must be war. Shalom.